is going on, guys? How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Man, you will notice Jeff is not here. Jeff is out on assignment. He's actually working right now, man. He just called me up and said he was working a little late. So we're going to be Jeff-less for a little bit. Maybe he'll pop in, maybe he won't. I don't know. But what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Let's see here. We've got a lot of good things to talk about today. We had a new model be released today. We had some new information on some models that's coming out. So absolutely, man, it's going to be awesome. What's going on, Jeff Yang? That's cool. He says, yes, I am. No, man, it's all good. But yeah, we've got Jeff out, and he'll be here pretty soon. But we're going to talk about a couple of things. We got a couple of cool products that we're going to talk about that are coming to market that we just noticed. And one I talked about a couple of weeks ago. And we'll go back and we'll revisit that. But nice to have you guys here. And let's see here. And let's first talk about, boom, the T28 speed trials. Did you guys see it? Me and Jeff did the video of the T28, and it was absolutely surprising how fast that thing was. The thing flew. We got it to 100 miles an hour. Super impressive, man. And we just never thought that airplane was going to do 100 miles an hour. That was in a dive. Flat and level, it was cruising around 85, 90 miles an hour. So that is a really good flying airplane. It's got a really nice power plant in there. And like I said, we were pretty stoked about doing the whole thing. So, man, really, really good information on that one, too. We switched it up also, and we started doing takeoff speed, and we also started doing the stall speed, or the slowest we can get it. So we're trying to give you guys some of the best information you can get. What's up, Zach Marshall? Dutch Love, what's going on? What's up, Jim West? Litz RC, what's going on? Yep, Litz says he saw the video. It was great, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, it really was cool. So me and Jeff are trying to push the bar a little bit. What's going on, David Edwards? What's going on, man? Nice to have you in here. Always a pleasure to have you in the mix. My buddy Jeff, he is out. So he's normally in here with me, but he is out last minute. So it is what it is. Jim West says, hey, man, what's the lateral stability like on that Speedster? Which Speedster are you talking about? I'm trying to which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the T28? Because it's an extremely stable airplane. But let's see. Oh, Snow River says, what's that airplane behind you, man? That airplane behind me is the free wing version of the Yak 130. Amazing flying airplane. I have the FMS version, and let me tell you, the retracts aren't nearly as good on this one as on the FMS, but that thing has more power than the FMS, and it is a noticeable speed demon. Very, very good. Jeff Yang says he finally got his Viper 90 fuselage in. Jeff actually got his in too, so it looks like they had a batch of them come in from Horizon, and they just shot them all out. So that's always good to have. Don Henry, what's going on, man? So let's talk about it, guys. So we were just literally just talking about the T28 speed trials that we did. And let's jump into the video, man, and we'll do a quick recap of it. Pretty cool stuff. Good video. Definitely like the way that thing flies. If you don't have one, it's one of those airplanes that is small enough that you can throw in your car and go on about your business. I mean, it's nice, and it's somewhat inexpensive. Somewhat. So without further ado, check this out, guys. Let's see here. Get that one going. Thanks for tuning to the channel. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And there you go. We had Jeff over there talking about that airplane. You could see. And we were pretty surprised about how well that thing flew. You know,
that changed. Little
let's see here.
Paint on the blades.
Yeah, hear Jeff talking.
It does make it.
Same kamikaze pilot that they've had in all their models for the past.
He was talking about not liking the pilot.
He's hanging in there. He's doing good. He's doing a good job, apparently.
So you can see
how
that.
big his eyeballs, his pupils are. He's dilated.
Very nice looking airplane. And we'll skip to it, man. So it takes right on off. We had fun with the speed trial.
It's bigger brother.
Very easy to see airplane. Really
Let's start
nice.
the speed trial. We're on it.
50% throttle.
There you go.
Okay.
And he can't. We went straight into it.
Throttle right here.
flat and
level.
level.
Radar
Coming
gun at the
in,
ready.
had the radar gun.
54 miles an hour.
54
There
miles
you
an
go.
hour, 50% throttle.
Nice.
Not bad.
Not bad,
Not bad at all.
Let me get in front of you there, buddy.
Sorry.
Get a little taller.
And then he wanted to do another one. Full
88
throttle.
miles an hour. There you have it.
It did 88.
You were close.
I mean,
Did it
just
do
a
that
good
dive?
flying airplane.
That's fast, actually, for flat and level.
88 miles an
wanna
hour
do that
flat
dive?
and
You
level,
feel good
guys.
about
I
it?
mean, that's a pretty quick airplane
Maybe comfortable.
All
on
right.
4S,
Check out
not
the
to
vertical
mention.
of this
So, really noticeably fast
83
airplane.
miles an hour with no power. Like,
We put it in a
Jeff,
dive with absolutely no
that's
power,
not bad.
and it
That's
did 83
impressive.
miles an
Look,
hour. So it's
This
a
is another one of
very
those planes where you can just.
efficient
What
What we're gonna
airplane.
do is we're gonna fly around this, Bobby.
Slide
Alright.
slippery through the air.
We're just gonna keep it right here in the bowl.
We did one more. We actually tried to stall it to see how slow we
miles
could
an
get
hour right there.
it. So we got it.
We're just gonna keep it right here in the bowl.
All
Let's
right.
see.
That's 32 miles an
At
hour
25%
right there.
throttle, it
And
was
it's
doing
cruising.
32 miles an
I think I could
hour.
go slower than that.
It's got a really impressive stall speed
All
of
right,
about
let's
like
see-
around
let's
like
see,
20 miles an hour.
Let's see how slow we can get
And
it.
we slowed it down right here.
All right. 25.
That's
And
with
we
no
got 25
That's
flaps.
miles an hour.
25 miles an hour, no flaps.
Look at
And that's absolutely no flaps.
It's
That's
high
just it,
alpha
like
and
Yeah.
cruising along.
Yes.
So super
Are
impressive.
they ready? 22 miles an hour, 24.
We did
was
it
what I
24
saw.
miles an hour with the
So there we
flaps
go.
down, so you can
we're gonna
absolutely
hit
see how
flat.
slow you can
All
crank
right.
that bad boy down.
We'll pass this by one more again.
And Jeff wanted to do it again.
There he goes. Very nice.
And here he
Got
goes.
the radar gun at the ready. Coming directly to us.
There it is.
21 is what I saw, but we locked in at
I
25.
saw 21, but we locked
So
in
there
at
we go.
25
I
miles
believe
an
you
hour.
could probably
So
get a better than that.
One more
I'm
time.
telling you,
gonna
man,
come from
very,
this way.
very good
Yeah,
flying
yeah,
airplane.
so-
And we had some fun.
Well, maybe it's a
And,
good idea now.
We did one more speed trial
Oh, here
because
we
it's
go.
so dang fast. Here you go.
95.
95. It was probably doing more than
You had
that.
to be
We
doing
didn't have the
faster than that.
GPS in it. I left it at home, unfortunately.
All right, here we go.
But we wanted to do the show, and we wanted to get
And
the video.
we're going to get that landing
and
speed.
you
How
can
about
see
that?
how it lands, guys. It comes in super duper
People
slow.
are
I think I
asking for
clocked
that.
it in at 19 miles an hour.
Got the radar gun ready.
I mean, that's
28.
super slow.
19 miles an hour
Yep,
when it touched
19
down.
miles
So
an
there you
hour,
have
so
it.
there you have it.
Man, we got it at 20 and like
Yeah.
it's about to fall out.
Yep, so 19 miles an hour.
So 19 miles an hour is getting ready to fall out of the sky, and there you have it. So boom, another good video, guys. That one was pretty impressive. What's going on, Holy Monkey? Let's see. What's going on, Fly Right? Good to have you in here. I've been watching your channel there, buddy. Putting out some good content. Let's see. Jim West says the one you did 100-mile-an-hour test on. Yeah, that was the a T-28. Yep. So it did pretty good. He says, I want to see you do a Dynam PBY Catalina. Yeah, man. You know what? I think we've only done a couple of Dynam airplanes. So yeah, we're due to do another one. But yeah, the Catalina would be cool to see. And I think it's probably a pretty fast airplane. Let's see. I'm a Pilot 100 says, I have previous version uptown, 150 miles an hour with a 60 amp ESC spinning a 1210 prop. So that is a cooker, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a very quick airplane. It's a very quick airplane. Snow Reaver says, who needs a Catalina when you got the Albatross? Amen, dude. Let me tell you, the Catalina is a cool plane, but that Hobby King Albatross is amazing. That is probably one of the best flying airplanes that I've flown of that size, of that type. Really, really good stuff too. So yeah, that's an awesome one. Jim West says, the Catalina is history in your hands, dude. He says, that's what I like about it. That's true. PBY Catalina has sunk many submarines and aided the Navy very, very well. What's going on, Tug Hill? What's going on, Lyndon Stewart? Ken Sprouse in the house. He says he got his to 111 on a 4S 5,000 battery. That T-28 is fast. Yes, it is. And I think that extra weight probably of that 5,000 kind of helped. But it's good to know that that thing can handle the 5,000, and it's a wonderful flying airplane. And Dutch Love, we are absolutely Jeffless tonight. I told him to check in on the, in the channel while he's out there, but he said if he gets some time, he'll do it. Let's see here. D Frost says, who makes that Yak 130 behind you? This Yak 130 behind me is a free wing Yak, and I have the FMS, and I haven't done a video of that. I've got the video of the FMS already done and complete, and it's a nice flying airplane. Don't get me wrong. But this little guy right here, This is actually the free wing one, but this one has been painted, so it was actually red. The guy who painted it did a really, really good job. So I think it's one of Andy G's friends, but he did a really good job of it. Really nice looking airplane. Like I said, it's got wire retracts. It's nothing to to really brag about, but they're functional, they're light, and this thing it's got a power plant in there, man. But it looks awesome, right? This one's normally bright red, so it's normally red, and he repainted it to this gray, and I love that gray. Matter of fact, I want to know what kind of paint he used because it's really nice, and it's thick too. And so he looks like he knows what he's doing. But I'm really impressed with this airplane, and it looks good, and it sounds so mean, man. It sounds so mean. So really nice plane, same size as the FMS. Feels the same. CG was the same. I think they're the same plane, to be honest with you. I mean, the insides look the same. I think the power plant is the only thing that's different, but an awesome flying plane nonetheless. Super, super nice plane. So I can't wait to do a speed trial on that one to see what that thing's doing, but I'm quite sure it's doing 100. So yeah, it looks really, really, really good. Let's see. Jim West says the Catalina will turn you into a pilot. I believe that. Holy Monkey says I'm glad he painted it. Yeah, me too. The red was a little different, and it was a bit much. So, Med Scott, what's going on, guy? Tug Hill RC says just got back from flying. My SU-35 is history, major carnage, but it looked great smashing into the ground at 108 miles an hour. Tug Hill, what happened, man? We had the SU-35. That was an awesome flying airplane. Love the abilities that thing has. And yeah, did you have any video footage of that? I would love to see some video footage of that. That would be actually pretty cool. Let's see here. That would be cool to see some video footage of that. Let's see. But definitely a fan of that. Let's see. We got Andy G in here. What's going on, Andy G? Let's see. Cool. And we got a bunch of new people in here. D Frost, let me give you a wrench, man, for popping in. Let's see here. I'm going to add you to the list. Jim West, we're going to add you as a moderator. Holy Monkey, you get a wrench. Boom. So you guys that are popping in here, good to have you in here, man. Definitely. Jeff Yang, you get one too. Boom. David Edwards, you get a wrench. The wrench means you're a moderator of the channel, so you can, you get somebody in here being goofy and stuff like that. You can help keep the channel clean and squeaky. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, man. So let's see here. Yeah, but Tug Hill, that stinks, man. I hate to hear that. That's terrible. Andy G, what's going on with you, buddy? What's new, man? Let's see here. Let me close this down because I can hear my echo. That is going to get old quick. There we go. And mute. Haha, got it. So, moving right along, guys. So, let's see. Tug Hill says, lost my left aileron and could not get it out of the spins. Yeah, dude, that's nasty. That airplane, Jeff got that airplane that I had in an inverted spin, and man, it about hit the ground. It's tough, man. Losing a jet is tough. I'm telling you, and I almost feel like, when you lose a jet, it hurts a little more, and it's just not nice any way you look at it. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you lose a jet or prop plane, which one hurts most, right? And I'm talking about an EDF jet or a prop plane. Which one hurts most? What do y'all think? I want to know because I would say, the EDF jets for me stings a little more, and I don't know why, but it does. Boom, lose a jet or prop plane. Which one hurts most? So what do y'all think? Because I've noticed, like with the EDF jets, man, they cost more. It seems, There's a lot more going on. But Victor RC, man, I hate to hear that you lost 2 in there, man. What happened with yours, Victor? I've been knock on wood. I've been fortunate that we haven't lost any. So, man, I hate to hear that, dude. Tuckhill says I still have the SU-30. I like the SU-30. That was a good flying airplane. For some reason, my SU-30 would not take off on our field. I do not know why. Super frustrated, but it had plenty of power. Let's see, something on never has been. Oh, well now you are you are a moderator now. So I don't know if you're a moderate person, but you are now a moderator. Let's see. Lyndon Stewart says, Rcplanereviewer, when will you do a speed test of the SU-30 twin EDF 70mm? I really want to see the max speed of that jet. Lyndon Stewart, I actually, I'm going to borrow one that we had that I actually sold so I can just do the speed test on it. So my rule is if I crash it and then it goes into the earth, I have to replace it. So that's what's going to happen. So it's coming. We just have a bunch of other airplanes in the shuck. I know you've been waiting on it, man. So it's coming. Matter of fact, I was talking to somebody about borrowing their plane just to do that just recently. So Defrost says, built my new free wing Avanti S today. That Avanti S is an amazing flying airplane. Probably the best EDF jet that you will ever fly. Seriously. Probably. I mean, it's nice. Had 40 flights on there. Man. Free wing MiG-29. Ouch. Total bummer. Yeah, man. Yeah, Ben Scott said the jets hurt a lot more than the prop planes. I just think, you know, the EDF jets cost more, man. So it hurts even more. Free wing MiG-29. Man, that free wing MiG-29, dude, if that thing goes in, that hurts because I had the first version of that and mine went in and it was because of an anomaly or some type of weak servo or something of that nature. But they ended up replacing my plane after a lengthy investigation they did. So it was not an easy thing for free wing to come to terms and to do that, but they did, man. And so I was super happy about that. But it was not an easy process for me. So Tuggill says depends on the plane. It's not about the money for me. Yeah, for me, it's about the money because you know, it's about replacing the airplanes. So, and I can replace them, but it's like, do you replace the plane or do you just go buy something else, the next latest and greatest, right? But yeah, I'm with you on that one, man. Sometimes it's not about the money, and it's more about, you know, how much I care about the plane. Jim West says it's tough to lose any model airplane. It's just like getting jilted by a woman. Amen, dude. That thing hurts. It's just something about when a woman shoots you down versus, you know, just taking that big L, that loss, man. It hurts a little more, right? Nobody wants to be shot down. It happens all the time. Victor RC Jet says the Tomcat Teleron issue and the same on the free wing FA-18. Yeah, man, that's it. I hate to hear that, man. I hope you didn't lose your Tomcat in your FA-18. That FA-18 is hard plane to fly, though, man. You know what hurt? He says, you know what hurts when watching ITTD's new FA-18 crash into the ocean on its maiden. Yeah, that definitely burns. Rcplanereviewer says, what model of EDF is the fastest out there right now? Man, to be honest with you, I'd have to say that little 70mm Vulcan is something else, man. That little free wing Vulcan is just fast. It's built for speed. So, I mean, I think we got 133 or more out of it, and I've seen people actually get higher out of that. But I would say that's probably the fastest one out of the box stock that I've flown. Runner up to that would be the Viper 90. Me and Jeff put that Viper 90 in a dive. I think we got 132, 130 something, 33, 4 out of that. Super duper fast plane, man, for its size. Tons of power. Victor says he lost both airplanes. Victor, dude, that's hard, man. That burns, buddy. That is tough. Hopefully some of that stuff was salvageable, man. I hate to hear that, Victor. That's a lot of money in foam, you know, into the ground. But like I say, man, all these airplanes have a expiration date, and we just don't know when. So we try to live in between that gray area that they're still flying, and we try to get it squared away. So, man, I hate to hear that, Victor. Dang it. Holy Monkey says, I will have to say EDF as well. EDF hurts more when you crash. He says, I've had nearly $3,000 in a 90 millimeter L39 crash, and it got destroyed. But the power system was fine. Other than the batteries, the ducting collapsed, drained the battery. Yeah, man. I think another thing too with these EDF jets when they go in is that when they go in, you're probably going to potentially lose the lipo in there, right? So that's an extra what, $100 insult to injury, 60 to $100, if it's a 6S. So I'm telling you, man, it really, really, really hurts. But um, you know, these airplanes, it is what it is. There's a ton of technology they pack into it. And every time we fly these things, we're really lucky that we bring them back down, because you have to think about all the systems in there working and everything. And it's just, there's so much that can go wrong with anything that's electrical. So, it's fun. Nothing's better than we have a good day at the field, and you pack everything up and you head home. And I mean, it's a good day when everything comes home and you had some good flight times. You didn't tear anything up. I mean, those are the days I live for in the summertime down here. So I love it. Tokyo RC says, I want to mod the free wing A10 with twin 90s. And they have the nacelles for that, Tokyo. I don't know if you've seen it or not. And I looked at it. I got the 80. I believe the 90 millimeter would be amazing. And some of the 90 millimeters, golly, just think about if you put like the Viper 90 millimeters in that thing, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be ballistic. But that's worth doing, I think. And there's some videos out on YouTube you can watch of people that have done the 90s, and they talk about the power is just excellent. But that's a good flying airplane anyway, and you can fly that thing on 25% throttle. It's cool, and it's such a good looker too. I remember, and here's an attest to like the free wing A10. For whatever reason, I was flying mine. It was like the second flight that I had, and for whatever reason, one of the ESCs didn't calibrate the throttle right, but the other one was. And let me tell you, man, I was flying that thing, and I throttled up, and everything seemed like they were both spooling, right? So I go and taxi out, and I full throttle, and I noticed on taxiing out, like one of the right side kind of dipped, and I was like, that's weird. And so I just compensated on the trim and trimmed it straight back up, and it flew around. And I remember, flying at 50 to 70, 80, percent throttle, there's no problem. But when I throttled back to about 50% throttle, it dipped again. I was like, what in the world? So I got done flying it, my 3.5 minutes that I have it set for, right? And then I land it, and I go and I look at the airplane, and I brought it in. I noticed when I landed it and I was bringing it back to me, it kept canting to the side, like turning to the side. And I found out that one of the motors wasn't getting like 100% throttles, like they weren't synced, and it was more like 45%. It would never go full throttle. So that airplane literally flew essentially on one EDF doing all the work, and it was impressive, which shows you that that's how the full scale model was designed to fly. So very impressive, man. And it wasn't like a nasty countering thing, like when one ducted fan was actually pulling the airplane. So I learned a very valuable lesson that every time you throw those two batteries in that A10, you make sure both of them are spooling up properly. So that's what I do. So that's what I learned. But 12S for that it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Jim West says, I'm getting ready to maiden a Great Plains Classic Warbird, the Focke-Wulf 190 with the 40 size motor. Yum, yum. Dude, are you, is that electric? Is that nitro or what? Because that's a speed little plane, man. It's a speedy little setup. Let's see. AU Rabbit, what's going on, man? Down under. He says the cost of planes in Australia is horrible. Yeah, man, what's going on with that? I noticed that shipping's crazy. You guys are closer to China, so I don't understand that. And then also, I noticed that it looks like a Hobby King closed down a warehouse down there, so I'm not sure what's going on with the situation down there, man. But I tell you what, that's everybody's being crunched by the cost of shipping. So I do not know, man. That's crazy. He goes, Tuck said, yes, I know. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I say do it, dude. Throw 2 90s in that A10, man, and call it a day. Especially if you got it. It's only money. You can always make more, right? Let's see. David Ho says, wouldn't need that 2 6S pack then. Yeah, you wouldn't, right? You wouldn't think. But I tell you what, I was surprised, man, that it carried the weight like that. I was impressed. So, which brings me to another thing. Could you fly it on one pack? Really? I mean, I'm sure you could. It wouldn't last long, but I bet you can get like a 2-minute flight out of that thing if you're easy on the throttle. It'd be interesting. But then again, it needs to wait because those nacelles are heavy. Let's see. Holy monkey. The batteries were Kershaw design. They were about $350 a piece for a 6S 5000 milliamps. Oops, actually they were 8,000. Okay. My gosh. Yeah, that's those are custom. Yeah, man, that's way too much money. That's a crash that you can't bounce back from. So David Ho says, so it was already 12S. Yep. It sure was. That's crazy. Ken Sprout says that's a 70 Sig Ryan STA that is cloth covered. Let's see, a little nervous to fly it, but gotta do it sometimes. Spectrum Avian 130 amp ESC with a Power 90 motor, running a 6S 5000. Man, I think that's cool. That Power 90 is gonna move that thing really nice, man. You're gonna like that. You're definitely gonna like that. Let me see here. Let me see what you sent me. Let's look. Man, fair enough. I like that. Let's see here. Cool. Let's see. Let me jump back in there. Oh, Tug Hill, thanks, man. Certainly appreciate that, dude. Wow, I appreciate that. That is cool. That's one thing that we can certainly use. That definitely goes to the good of the channel for sure. And man, I certainly appreciate that, Tug Hill. That was awfully nice, my friend. For the SU-30 speed run munchies. Absolutely, dude. We're gonna do it. And we're gonna find out what that SU-30 is doing, man. Certainly appreciate that. Way too nice. Way too nice, man. That's awesome. What's going on, Noons? Really appreciate that, dude. Seriously. Jim West, he says, I gave $40 to a buddy of mine for the ARF with retracts and had the motor sitting there. Not a bad deal, if I say. No, it's not a bad deal at all, man. You made out like a bandit. He says, $10 will get you a full-size Snicker bar. Hey, every little bit helps, I tell you that much. That is for sure, especially with the airplanes and everything like that. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. Let's see. He says, I believe the stockists are the problem. Okay. Let's see. And he said the Focke-Wulf 190 is a nitro plane. So that's good to know. Tug Hill in the house. Good to have you in here, man. But guys, let's talk about this. Let's talk about, boom. Have you seen the new airplane? I know Jeff is going to hate that he's missing this because we always like talking about the new planes. But there is a new plane on the block. If you didn't notice it yet, guys, E-Flight released a UMX Timber X airplane. It's a cool little plane. If you like it or not, it's cool. I don't know if you've tried the UMXs. For years, I used to scoff at the UMX airplanes and was like, why do I want that? Like, why do I need it? But I'm telling you, after owning a couple of UMX airplanes, they are super duper fun, very easy to fly. And I'm telling you, you can fly them pretty much anywhere. You just chuck them and go. And so they just released this today. We just got the information on it. So that's cool. We didn't receive one from Horizon Hobby for us to demo, so we will purchase one. And that's no problem at all. But I will share you the window so we can take a look at it together. So look, boom, there it is. You can see it's the brand new UMX Timber Bond and Fly. It's going for $169, so $170. It's just nothing more than a scaled down Timber X 1.2. And, so it's going to have all the STOL capabilities. It's going to run off that little tiny, LiPo battery in there. It's going to run on 3S, so you're going to have crazy unlimited vertical and 3D performance. If you don't believe me, they supplied you with the video so you can watch it yourself, and I think it's pretty neat. So let's take a look. Is this something that you guys think you would go out and get? I mean, look at that. I'm not much for 3D, but I like my airplanes overpowered, so I can do all kinds of stuff, I'm a very scaled kind of flyer type guy. Jeff, on the other hand, he loves 3D stuff. So he's the one who called me up today, excited, told me about this airplane. So did you see it? And I was like, no, man. What are you talking about? And it's just neat having something this small that you can keep that tight in and make it do flat spins, inverted flat spins. I mean, look at that. That's impressive, man. The airplane comes with the AS3. It's the gyro system in there. I think it's a nice looking little plane. So check that out, man. That's flying the mess out of that little thing, inverted. And if that's your cup of tea, man, there you go. If it's your cup of coffee, then boom. But he shows you how big it is. You got the guy right there. I like the little paint job they did on it, Just something easy that you can toss. That's something that I would take with me when I go to the beach for 4th of July. So that's something that I would throw in my luggage and bring with me, and I'll sit there and fly it on the beach. I did one video like that before, and that was fun. But check that out. And nothing's better. If you're on vacation and you can fly airplanes out there, man, going and flying on the beach, dude. I tell you, it's the best of both worlds. On vacation, flying. I got up early every morning before the sun came up and flew. I mean, best hobby in the world, guys. Look, it even has floats. I mean, that's fun. That's just cool. I still think those little floats would be kind of challenging. But look at that, man. It doesn't even care about the power. The weight. That is crazy. And, it comes in with the easy box like that. And you can fly it inside and make it do rolling Harriers. You can look at that, man. That's so high alpha. That's ridiculous. So there you have it. Boom. That's it, man. I mean, what do y'all think about that? Is that something that you would go and enjoy, or is that something that you would pass? Because that looks pretty cool, man. I love them little UMX airplanes, man. And the timber flies amazing. Let's see. And it is on pre-order. That is very, very true. So pay attention to that. So Wild Bill's like, and another pre-order. So yeah, Med Scott says he's definitely going to get one. I'm definitely going to get one. I'm a fan of those little airplanes, man. So that's cool. David Hogue says, what's the official word on swamps? David Hogue, on swamps, we got the field, man. The field has been worked out. Switching gears real quick, but just so you know, they're talking about selling the property where our airfield was, and so the owner of the property went out of his way to basically make sure that the airfield was taken care of, and it was put in a clause that they cannot build on the airfield for 15 years with the ability to lease it year after year after year after year. So potentially I can become an old man and fly until I'm way up in age and enjoy this hobby for further years, after, our forefathers who laid that airfield down are passed on and long gone. So very, very cool. But that's the word on that. So super stoked about that, man. Nothing hurts worse than losing an airfield. When I hear people losing a field, it really, really does stink. So, again, Tug Hill, appreciate the $10, man. Really do. That helps the channel. And, we are trying to grow. So there you go, man. Appreciate it. And you joined the channel too. Certainly appreciate that, man. Every little bit helps. That's for sure. And it helps me and Jeff get these new airplanes. By the way, Jeff has the new Cirrus that came out. He has that in his clutches. And I was hoping he was going to be on here tonight, but he got pulled away from work. And we're going to talk about that airplane because that's another one that is a stellar flyer. So that's going to be another cool one that comes out. Holy says, yeah, I went out on the 90 millimeter, all out on that. Taiwan Tornado EDF. Oh, yeah, you dump some money into that thing, man. I'm telling you, dude, I get anxiety. I hate that word, but I get anxiety from when I put a lot of money into an airplane and I'm flying it and I know there's a lot of money in it. It makes me not want to fly it. Isn't that sad? But that's typical. Wild Bill says, yeah, pre-order or June shipment. Why not wait a week till they come in, right? Yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, you can speak for yourself, man, but I'm not going to pre-order anything, man. I'm kind of against it because I feel like the more we go out there and pre-order stuff, the more comfortable they are with throwing out pre-orders. I want them to be like Hobby King. Hobby King doesn't do the pre-order. When they get it in stock and they have it in their warehouse and it's ready to ship, then they release it to the people. So you're not sitting there waiting. It is what it is. But let's hope it's not like the F-14, man. We've been waiting for that F-14 for what, 6, 7, 8 months now. They'll be available when the F-14 is. Yeah, so, and we are somewhat affiliated with Horizon Hobby, man, and we're feeling the squeeze from them too, man. We're just kind of like, I don't know if the pre-order is a good thing. I think it's turned a lot of people off, to be honest with you. Brian Phillips reviewed it today. Not only did Brian Phillips do it, but so did Pilot Ryan too as well. So that was pretty cool. Let's take a look. Wild Bill. All those cactuses. Yeah, man. That's funny. Love the timber airplanes. He says, but no flaps. The X is supposed to have flaps. I think it has flaps on it, if I'm not mistaken. When I look back at the video, I saw it. I thought I saw it. Let's take a look. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. Let's look here. No, it doesn't look like it has flaps. It's got big old barn door ailerons on there. Well, isn't that something? Nope, you're right. There's absolutely no flaps on that thing. Which, I mean, I guess it is what it is. Let's see. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Tokyo is a new member. Cool. He says it has flaperons and crow built in. So that's awesome. Hamilton's Hangers, what's going on, dude? Good to have you in here. Andy G says he's going to pass on that little airplane. He says he's not interested. That's cool. Heck yeah, best hobby in the world. It really is, man. It really is. What's going on, Hamilton, man? I miss you, buddy. Haven't talked to you in a while. You have to give me a call and we can link up again, dude. Life has been hectic. I have been working and I've been training someone, and I'm going to be training someone probably for about another 4 more weeks. So when that happens, man, I'm like this. I can't get on the phone. I can't talk. I can't do any of that fun stuff that we normally do and shoot the bull. But Hamilton, it's always good to see you, man. I always enjoy talking to you. Hamilton's probably one of the most down-to-earth dudes you'll talk to, and fun. Let's see here. Next to Jeff. Jeff is like that too. Rusty Kennedy, what's going on? He says he loves the timber planes. Jeff loves them too. They're awesome. And making that a UMX is pretty cool. But I will tell you, the little F-14 does look cool, man. It really does. And the fact that the wings slide back, man, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I want a 50 millimeter version of it. And then X-Fly came out with the 50 millimeter version of the SU. That's cool too. Because for whatever reason, the little 70 millimeter the big 70 millimeter from E-Flight will not take off on my grass, and it makes me frustrated. You won't be old in 15 years, Bobby. Dutch Love, you're right. I'm 41 right now. So, 50 something is not old. My parents are 70 something, and that's not old, man. It's all relative. I've got guys out my airfield that are 80 something years old and they're still flying. And I mean, that's super impressive for me because I look up to that kind of stuff because I'm like, I want to be like that, so hopefully my health holds out and my vision holds out, and God knows what we'll be flying then, right? Like what more could we be flying? We'll probably all be flying VTOL airplanes that are, on some type of, EDF propulsion or something like that. I think, the Jetson days are not here yet. And I used to watch the Jetsons growing up saying, man, I can't wait for that stuff. And it's a good thing I didn't hold my breath because we'd be in trouble. Let's see. Jetman says, I feel like that sometimes. Noon says, I totally agree, man. I appreciate that because it's true. So, yep, it does have flaperons. Has flaperon programming in it. That's cool, man. So, look, they thought about you and people that wanted the flaps. So, it's all good. It has flaperon function. Still going to pass, though. I get it, man. Some people don't like the UMX. I used to turn my nose up at them all the time. Jeff is the one who changed me. He's like, dude, fly this. And I was like, oh, my God, this little airplane flies like the full scale thing. And it's small and it's fun. And you can crash into the ground and you don't feel bad. The $170 price point is a bit high for UMX timber. It is. And I was asking Jeff about that, too. I was like, Jeff, what do you think about that, man? I'm like, what makes this worth, $20-$30 more than all the other ones, right? Like where's it at? So I just wonder if that's pre-built in, like shipping fees that they're passing on to us or what, or is it just people trying to line the pockets, man, because they are a business. They got to make money. They got to be profitable. I don't mind them making some money off of me as long as they keep it going. Hamilton says, "Hey, I get it, bro. Same here. I'll call you on Saturday." Yeah, call me up, dude. I appreciate that, buddy. I ain't talked to you in a while. If I don't start talking to some people that I normally talk to, man, I start getting, I start having withdrawals and stuff, and I start wondering. I'm like, Jeff, is something wrong with me? Jeff's like, "No, dude, you're fine." I start getting all weird. Let's see. Early night for me. Y'all have a great night. Good show. Thank you, Fly Right. Good to see you, buddy, and thanks for popping in there. You got some good content on your channel. By the way, guys, if you haven't already tuned into his channel, check him out, man. He does a lot of reviews on a bunch of different airplanes, and he goes to fly-ins and he'll review the people who built the airplane and they're flying it. So you get to see some cool little airplanes in action. Let's see here. Yep, Andy G says, "I like the UMX stuff." I know you do, Andy, because you got some really nice stuff, man. I've seen some of the stuff you have, so definitely like it. I'm still a little jealous, though, that you can get the SU-30 off on your field, man. I don't understand why I won't do mine. It makes me sad. David Hogue says, "You must have watched Jetsons on Boomerang, youngster." No, dude, I used to watch the Jetsons when I was a kid. I was a child of the 80s, man. I used to watch the Jetsons. I used to watch, what is that? Golly, Yogi the Bear. I used to watch all that stuff, man. I grew up on Bugs Bunny and all those classic cartoons, and like I try to get my kids to watch that stuff and they're not interested, and I'm like, this is the basics right here. I'm like, this this is where it all came from. But I could definitely see the gap, man. I grew up on that. I love the Jacksons too. And then I used to watch the Thundercats. Y'all remember that? And then I used to watch He-Man, and then old school G.I. Joe, and they're in there shooting at people and stuff like that. You can't love it. I used to play with cap guns, all kinds of fun stuff. Let's see. For the same price, you can get a Lucky Galleon. Absolutely right, Snow River. And I'll tell you this, Snow River brings up a very good point. You can get the Hobby King Lucky Galleon that does 100 miles an hour, that is much bigger than that airplane and a lot more fun, in my opinion, for the same price. It's $10 cheaper, actually, $159.99, and it's a lot of good airplane, and it's a good looking airplane. So if you haven't gotten the Hobby King Galleon, man, let me know. I'll send you a affiliates link to it, and you can go purchase it. We get a little tiny kickback off of it, and me and Jeff get to pick out another airplane that we're going to do. So far, we're looking at getting the King Twin, so it's pretty cool. But like I said, if you guys are just tuning to the channel, we're still pretty much self-funded on everything other than Hobby King stuff, and we still buy stuff from Hobby King. The stuff we get from Hobby King typically is the new stuff they send, but we like the old stuff too. So, we're all self-funded here, and we're just giving legit reviews on stuff. So lately, they have been coming out with really nice airplanes, and there's not really too much bad to say about the airplanes, like from aesthetics to looks to how it works to equipment, because man, they know we will cook that thing off, and it is what it is. We will we'll tell the truth, and that's probably hurt us getting bigger, but we don't care, because the whole point is to be honest and not to really grow to be massive. But the channel's doing well. We got over 7,000 subscribers, and that's cool, and we're gaining more and more and more. So, super happy about that. So, like I said, when you guys donate to the channel or you become a member, that actually helps the channel grow, because we literally just roll it back into the channel. So ask Jeff, he'll tell you about it. So, and it's a ton of work. So, but I'm telling you, man, super impressed with that little that Hangar 9, not Hangar 9, but the Hobby King airplane, man. That's a cool little airplane for sure. Let's see. That little Citation, you're talking about the E-Flight Citation, is a good little jet. And I swear, that thing is like flying a needle. It's like a little rocket. I'm sure that thing's probably scaring the heck out of 100 miles an hour because it's fast as could be. And it's like a twin. What is it? Like a twin 30 millimeter? Man, it's a rocket, dude. It's crazy how fast that is. Holy Monkey says, I'm 40. Looking forward to many years of flying. You and me both, man. I want to become an elderly person. Not old, an elderly person and still flying airplanes. Like that's the goal. That's the goal. Because there's no better hobby that I have seen, that I've encountered than this hobby. The people in this hobby are by far, the most what's the word I'm looking for? Like just the most civil and very nice people, just generally nice people. You can get along with anybody from all walks of life, from all over the world, from all, colors, creeds, religions, breeds, whatever you want to call it. It's you can go anywhere and you can relate and talk to people about this. So I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. Snow River says the Jacksons was a 60s show. Yeah, I still watched it. Parents brought me up right. Wasn't born in the 60s though. It's a child of the 80s. I put on Looney Tunes for my nephews. No fun stuff. No new stuff here. That's good, man. Holy Monkey says, yeah, Thundercats. We grew up in the same era. Sweet. Just found your channel today, by the way. Thanks, man. Join the channel, man. We love to have you. We always do the live shows. Jeff's normally on here. We even have more fun with Jeff. I love making Jeff feel uncomfortable, and I ask him random questions, and so he has to like answer them and stuff like that. And Jeff's cool because one, he does all the 3D flying and all the crazy stuff, and he's the guy that looks at the cup and he's like, man, it's half full, and I like that. I like that. You got to have somebody who says the cup is half full because to me, I'm like, the cup is, it looks fine to me. I'm going to drink what's in it. So that's kind of what it is. But let's see here. Andy G says, can't get over Hobby King's lack of parts in stock. Yeah, they're trying to get better about that, dude. And I don't know what to say about that other than they're just trying to get better, I've almost gotten to the point when I buy an airplane, I go ahead and get the parts that's necessary, like props. And so I just go ahead and buy it right off the bat if I know I'm going to keep the airplane because the parts are harder to source apparently, and some of that stuff they don't keep them. So Noon says I'll be buying the MiG 17 turbine from Hobby King when released. Yes, sir. They are going to release some. I heard that through Scuttlebutt, man, that they're going to have turbines. And back in the day, they tried turbines. They even had some of those. What are those things? They were a type of propulsion, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was like some type of pulse jet. Pulse jets. Yes, they had pulse jets on there. Hobby King did, and I couldn't believe it. They had a pulse jet motor on there, and I was like, "Holy cow, dude! Who could pull that off?" Hobby King did. So I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. They've always, from the day, just came out with really neat and innovative things that were completely different from everybody else. So I like that. I like that about them. You say what you want. Back in the day, they used to come out with cheap stuff, very, cheap looking and stuff, and they've completely changed. I can full-heartedly say that based off of the stuff they've been sending us for us to review and to test in T&E, and man, they are stepping it up. And they've got another one coming too. I can't tell you guys about, but it's awesome. And it's cool. So it's coming. I can't tell you about it, but it's very cool. And I had to move it out of this office here so you guys didn't see it. So I didn't get in trouble from them. So let's see. Corey Chan, what's going on? It says, question. Would you recommend the Viper 90 to a person just getting into jets? Oof. I would probably, what do you guys think? The Viper 90, I'd probably say no, man. That's a big airplane. It's a very fast airplane. It flies really good. I mean, I think I would clear the Viper 90 for maybe somebody who this is like their second EDF jet. It's a very forgiving airplane, but I think there's just more suitable ones out there. And I'll tell you, man, the Viper, maybe not the Viper 90, but the Viper 70 may be a lot better suited for somebody getting in. So instead of getting the big 90, get the Viper 70 millimeter. It's amazing flying airplane, flies identical to the 90 millimeter, and it will not let you down. I promise you that, man. So look at that. look at the 70 millimeter. I think it'll make you super duper happy for sure because it is an awesome, awesome flyer. And so I think that the 90 millimeter might be a bit much for you. So look at that one, and I think you'll be happy about it. JCB67, what's going on? He says, what are the shipping rates for Hobby King? Dude, I do not know, man. Lately, it's just, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I just know that when I bought the Albatross from them, I paid like $80 in shipping. So, and I'm an affiliate for them. Me and Jeff both are, and so we're like everybody else, man. We pay to play. It is what it is. But the shipping it's like this. I feel like it's almost like gas prices. And I don't know if that stuff is related or what, but I can tell you this: I'll be glad when everything gets back to normal. I don't like this new normal. So, by the way, I filled up my diesel truck today, and it was $5.75 here in North Carolina. And man, I watched that fuel pump so quickly accrue. I was like, oh my gosh! I started thinking, man, well, EV vehicles wouldn't be so bad. But then again, the whole EV thing, I'm not sold on it just yet. So I'll keep burning fossil fuels. If it's good for the military, it's good for me. Corey says, I'd say a free wing Avanti and save over $200. Yeah, I would agree, man. That Avanti is an 80 millimeter and is super forgiving, and it will do a lot of stuff. And it's super fast, and the flight envelope is amazing. Amazing. So, Noons, that's some good information, my friend. Yep, you're right. Tuggill says, I had a dare to maiden the Night Tundra off water at night for $100. If I sink, I lose $100. If I nail it, $100 donation. That's actually a pretty good deal, man. I think you could pull it off, though. Honestly, Tuggill, I've seen you fly, man. I think you can pull it off for sure. I bet my money that you could do it. But I've never taken off on water, so it'll be pretty interesting to see that. Andy G says shipping rates are high from Hobby King. Yes, they are. And I still am amazed how Tower Hobbies can still do free shipping. Like, it blows my mind while everybody else is charging these high rates. I just don't know. Corey Chan says, Noons, I'll look into it. Boom, there you go. Squadron 95 has a Warbird flying in June 25th from 9 to 3. Hey, where is Squadron 95, by the way? Where are they located at? Drop that in there, man, so we know what you're talking about, buddy, so we can triangulate that position. Snow River Park says, did Jeff order the paramotor? No, he did not, and I wanted him to. I was trying to talk him into it, and I'm probably going to end up getting it. I want to get the paramotor because, dude, I haven't seen the thing fly, and I heard it's a pain in the rump to get in the air. But to get the parachute up. But I just really I wanna fly that thing, man. That's one of those that's been it's like a bucket list plane. You see it and you're like, man, I want to fly it. But it's also one of those that you're going to fly, and it's probably just going to sit in a hangar a lot because you need perfect weather, no wind. Kind of like the B-2 bomber that I have. That thing's not built for the wind. Actually, mine's for sale. So if you're interested in it and you're local, you can have it. I can't ship that thing to you. Let's see. George O'Cook III says, what's good 30cc? What's a good 30cc airplane? I have a DLE 30. I'll tell you. The Tiger. The Tiger is a good 30cc airplane. If you want a good all-around flying airplane, the Hanger Non-Stick 30cc is your best airplane that you will get. I'm telling you, man. And it looks like a flying barn door, but I promise you, dude, that airplane, you can fly it in any type of weather. Windy, not windy. Excellent flight envelope, man. So it is the Hanger Non 30cc stick. It's the green one. You'll love it, man. I'm telling you. And we don't get any kickbacks from Hobby King or anything like that. Or, well, I'm saying Horizon Hobby. I keep saying Hobby King, but Horizon Hobby. We don't. So that's a good one, man. And that's just giving you good information on a cool flying airplane. Let's see here. He said, no, the Habu SS for sure. Habu SS is a good one, too. The Habu SS was okay. I had that, and it, I couldn't, man, I have mixed feelings about that thing, dude. It landed weird for me, and I don't know if it was me the airplane or what, but you know, the Habu's okay. I wasn't a fan of it, but that's just one man's opinion. Let's see. Holy Monkey says I would say 70 millimeter F16. 70 millimeter F16. You know, that's not a bad one. That one is a good one too. Andy G says I'd second that on that 70 millimeter. Not a bad plane. It's fast. It flies good, but it's not too fast, and it's easy to land. High alpha coming in like that. It's beautiful, man. Hobby King in the U.S. is $200 for free shipping. So you spend $200, you get free shipping in the U.S. Good to know, Snow River. I did not know that. So I guess that's fair. That's fair. And most of the airplanes are close to that anyway. You know, Hobby King shipping for props, $40. Good God, Jeff. Are you kidding me? Whew. Good grief, man. That shipping is killing people. I would really like to know what the deal is with that. Snow River says I bought diesel yesterday, $6.50 a gallon here. My God, that's steep, dude. Fuel pump spinning like a slot machine, and it literally was. I was sitting there looking at it, and I was like, "What is going on, man?" I've never been so aggressive on the pump to pull that sucker out and let go of the handle, man. But the days of putting the gas in your car and pulling a handle and you know clicking that little tab and just letting it run and you go and clean your car out, them days are over, man. I'm telling you, you got to be Johnny on the spot on that thing, or before you know it, you turn around, that thing starts saying $70 and $80, and you're like, my gosh. Med Scott says that's why I never let the tank get below 3/4. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. It is what it is. He says, I have a Sea Breeze paramotor, flies well. David Hogue, does it fly good in the wind? I mean, is it fun? Be honest, David. Is it really fun? I mean, is it something that you like, you know, you fly a lot, or is it one of those you just, you know, lazy evening kind of thing? Or, you know, Tug Hill says, I will send you a paramotor free if you send me your address to Tug Hill. All right, I'll do that, man. Tug Hill, I will send you an email. I promise you that, sir. That would be awesome. And I'll shoot you an email real quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's awesome. I really appreciate that, Tug Hill. And if you need me to pay shipping, I'll do it. I'll do it. That'll help us out quite a bit. We'd love to review that, and we'll make sure we get offline with you. We'll talk about that. That's cool. We really appreciate that. That's awesome. Tug Hill, you're doing all kinds of good stuff tonight, man. What in the world? We really appreciate it. Ken Sproul says, does anyone notice if your driving style has changed? Romp on the gas and watch the gauge drop. Dude, there is no more romping on the gas anymore. Luckily, I drive a Ram 1500 Eco Diesel, so, you know, you're not going to romp on that gas but so much. I've noticed that around here, a lot of people that have like a lot of, there's a ton of antique vehicles here. And a ton of like high performance cars around here. And I've noticed those people don't zip around here like they used to, man. I think that price of gas is making them kind of be more responsible on the throttle. David Coe says it's relaxing, not a windy day thing for sure. Cool. Good to know. Gotta go, y'all. Great show. Hey, thank you, Noons. Thanks for popping in. Noons, I've been following you too on some of the builds that you're doing, man. Great stuff, by the way. Keep tracking away on that. Andy G says, I've noticed my driving style has changed. Yeah, mine is, I'm more, I'm more aware of how I drive. I just don't drive a lot, you know? Luckily, I've got a company car, so I don't have to worry about driving the old diesel truck a lot. But I tell you what, man, it's not fun. It's not fun. Holy moly says, I had a Dodge Ram SRT 10 a few years ago. Good thing I sold it. 93 octane, 50 miles an hour on the highway. V10 Viper. Yeah, so I know about that life because I've got a little 405 horsepower. What is that? Saturn Sky Redline. It's my little fun car, a little 2-seater coupe, right? And I did a bunch of engine work to it, and it's putting out about 405 horsepower. Fast, rear-wheel drive car, and I can only run 93 octane in that thing, and it gulps it, man. And it's only got it's got a little tiny tank. I bet it's probably got like a 8-gallon tank in that thing. I don't know, but I feel like I can put 2 or 3 gallons in there, and the needle's like at half, and I'm like, yeah, it makes you feel good, but it doesn't last long. and trying to keep my foot out of that thing is hard to do. It is pretty fast though. It's a fast little car. It's hurt some Mustang 5.0's feelings. Let's see here. Let's see. I know mine has sure hour drive to the field, and that's half a tank on a Suburban pulling a trailer. My gosh, man. Hamilton said fast. But yeah, dude, that's pretty tough. Dutch Luck says I have a lifted 71 Blazer. Oh yeah, that Blazer, man's chugging fuel, especially if that thing was born in the 70s. I know what that thing does. It likes fuel. It's just chugging it. So we talked about the Timber X. By the way, guys, the new E-Flight Commander is in stock. We got the box right there. I flew the airplane, and I'll tell you, man, we got the review of that one, and that one's going to be probably dropping maybe this weekend, maybe next Monday or so. But I'll tell you what, man, that airplane flies so good, it's boring. Have you ever had an airplane like that? It flies so good, it's boring. Like, it's so easy, it's just boring to me. And that's just me. That's a good problem to have. That's good when an airplane is so good that it's just, within doing 2 laps and getting it all trimmed out, it's rock steady, Good flying airplane, I will say, on 4S too. Lots of power. But we'll have to see the video on that one, and we'll go from there. But it's just too easy. Way too easy. By the way, guys, I don't know if y'all have seen this, but look, Horizon Hobby said this. Guaranteed to ship by 6/24 on their website. The FU Corsair 4, the 1.2 meter. So they're guaranteeing that sucker is going to be ready to ship, which I thought that was interesting too, that they said that, because I was like, they must be tracking that people are, are kind of not happy with whole, where's it at kind of deal going on, So if you don't believe me, boom, there it is. It says it right here. Guaranteed to ship by 6/24. Hurry pre-order now. First shipments of the new E-Flight F4U Corsair will be on their way to your doorstep and available at local retailers on 6/24. So they must be reorganizing and trying to get that thing up and running. So they're trying to get these pre-orders out of the door. So it's nice to see this right here, because it lets us know that they're paying attention and they are tracking what we're talking about. So that's super important. So there you have it, guys. That's some a little bit of news for you on that one. So you can take that for what it's worth. And if you choose to get you one, you can get you one. But they're paying attention to what everybody's saying. So that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Tommy Braswell says Squadron 95 is located just west of I-95 at the junction of Highway 46. First exit north of Roanoke River at Roanoke Rapids. Oh, okay. This is in North Carolina then. Sweet, dude. Sweet. Very, very cool. I didn't know that. Tommy, that's not far at all, man. Very cool. Dutch, I had a 72 and got 8 miles a gallon. Ken Sprouse says, did the Commander MPD take off well on your field, Bobby? So, Ken, to tell you the truth, man, and that's what we do here is, dude, it wanted to tip over quite a bit. I had to slide my battery back a little bit to make it not want to do it. And it did this kind of weird thing when I rolled on the throttle, and I wasn't hammering it, but when I rolled on the throttle, it would roll, but it was kind of teetering a little bit. So I had to be heavy on the elevator, but I had no problem getting off, but mine wanted to tip over, and the grass wasn't very high. But no, man, it got up and flew very good. It got on step and out. Very, very nice. So, LOL. Yeah, I like playing COD with no lag. Yeah. What's going on, Jackson RC Aviation, man? Thanks for popping in here too, by the way, man. I really appreciate it. Hey, I've been following you on them Exo drones, my friend. Got me interested in looking at the Exo drones. Awesome price points. I appreciate that. Let's see. Snow River Park, LOL. The F-14 is an embarrassment. Yeah, I think there's I don't know what the deal is with that embarrassment, man. I mean, I just don't know what the holdup is, and we've got a contact I could probably ask and say, hey, dude, what's going on with that? And it is what it is, you know. I just know that the pre-order thing is not looking good from Horizon Hobby, and it's turned a lot of people off. So Holy Monkey says, is that Corsair new or a restock? It's a restock. They just changed the color and they put some smart ESC and motor in there. Maybe upgraded the power system too. Tokyo says they're having issues with people canceling pre-orders and shipping is improving some. So yeah, you know, you gotta kind of, you know, you kind of gotta let them work through the problems, I guess. I don't know what the deal is, but I tell you what though, you know, they're still good about shipping the airplanes and getting them out because um I'm not having any issues, and they get here to North Carolina within 3 days. So I've been pretty impressed with that. Andy G says my commander takes off fine every now and then. We'll pick up the tail usually on the first or the other end of the field after landing. Yeah, mine does that weird stuff too. It's very tips over quite a bit. So is yours doing the same thing? What's going on, Marty Cruz? What is going on? Oh, Marty Cruz. Good to have you there, brother. Let's see here. The wheel pants on the Commander are foam. They get tore up pretty bad. Yes, they do. I still don't understand the whole concept of foam wheels on an airplane. I understand keeping it light. It's cheap. It's a price point. But I'm like, some things you can't cut corners on. Jackson RC Aviation says Bobby Wu will be in Jamestown, North Carolina next week. Okay. I got to find out where's Jamestown at, man. I can't be too far from me. Let's see here. Jamestown, NC. It's sad I have to look that up. Jamestown is, let's see here. Where is it located at? Okay, that's not too far, man. That's just west of Raleigh. It's near High Point. Okay. Not far at all, man. Shoot, we'll have to see what next week is looking like. We might be able to link up, man. Ken Sprouse says I upgraded the MP to be able to run 4S, and it sucks on grass. I wasn't sure if they changed the gear or not. Yeah, the wheel pants are like plastic, not plastic, but they're foam. The wheels are foam, and I noticed the whole assembly is foam too. So, you know, I mean, like I said, the airplane for me, and this is me just being completely honest, I was bored with the airplane. It flies too good. I mean, it's just a good, solid flying airplane. Just a good flying, solid airplane, man. I mean, it has no negative tendencies other than it tip over, you know. But once I slid the battery back, it was perfectly fine, you know. So very, very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. Marty Cruz says, I'll be getting the Corsair. Check that thing out, man, Marty Cruz. And I'm telling you, I think that the Corsair is going to be a screamer too. I think it has the same power system as the T28. T28 was running around here at 85 miles an hour flat and level. And in a dive, it's doing 100 miles an hour. And I bet if I put the GPS module that I did not bring with me during that video filming, it probably would have been doing over 100. I'm sure it's probably doing about 100 and probably 105, 106, you know? So, you know, you just never know, man. These things are moving faster than what you think. Snow River says, isn't Jamestown where the Pilgrims disappeared? No, that you're thinking of Roanoke. That's funny. In North Carolina. Yeah, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you coming to the show, man, and hanging out and checking us out. And jumping into the conversation. Like I said, normally we have Jeff here, and you know, me and him go back and forth. We have a good time. And I always miss it when Jeff's not here because you know, we balance each other out very good. Everybody says we complement each other. I don't know exactly what that means, but I like it. And he's a good dude. So he's literally working right now as we speak. The MPD is a little easier on grass if you get rid of the wheel pants and size up the wheels. I've got 3-inch DeBrolo bounce in mine to get the nose a little higher, increase that rake. Yep, I would agree. Airvex, you're dead on, dude. You're tracking. I would agree. That would fix all those little problems. But yeah, mine tipped over quite a bit, and I was like, "What the heck?" And it was. Now that I think about it, it was the wheel pants. It looks good with the wheel pants, but some planes don't need them. Yeah, I don't like the foam wheels either. Love replacing with rubber, smoother, nicer, and a little bit more cushion. Amen. Marty Cruz says, bored? Bobby? Me? Bored? Yeah, dude, I get bored with some airplanes sometimes. I fly a bunch of airplanes, man, and I literally, if it flies too easy and there's no challenge to it, I'll do it, man. I'll do it. So I'm telling you, absolutely. He says, be in the area from 6:23 to 6:27. Family vacation. We'll be looking for hobby shops. Amen. Raleigh Hobby Shop. They're close by, dude. They're not too far from me. It's probably about an hour ride, maybe hour and a half. Let's see. Oh, snaps. I don't realize Jeff wasn't on. Yeah, dude. He'll pop in here pretty. I don't think he's gonna pop in. But let's see. Mason doesn't stay on the ground long. Take on takeoffs. That's funny. But look, dudes, we've been rolling pretty hard. We try to keep you guys. We try to stay committed to that 1 hour that we have you here. So you can go back with your family and spend family time. It's 10:14 here on the East Coast. We certainly appreciate your time. And look, make sure you see us next Thursday. We got something cool coming. Check out the FMS Yak 130 video coming out. That is not the FMS. That is the free wing. But we got the FMS video, so you'll be able to see the FMS versus the free wing. And dude, you're gonna love it. So I'm telling you, if you get a chance, let us know. Hit us up, and you can send us a message. Tug Hill, I'm going to send you that email that you want, my friend, and we'll be looking forward to having that paramotor. But like I said, guys, thank you for tuning to the channel. It's time to cut you guys loose and let you guys get back to your family. Rusty, Kennedy, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Do a quick roll call. Jackson RC Aviation. We have Marty Cruz, Ken Sprouse, David Hogue. We've got Snowvex, Airvex RC, Snow River. We've got Andy G, the one and only, Tug Hill RC, Ken Sprouse. Thank you, sir. And a ton of people. Dutch Love, Holy Monkey. I mean, we really appreciate you guys. Noons. I mean, golly, we had David O'Cook in here, Snow River, Tommy Braswell, the one and only Andy G, JCB67, Corey Chan, AU Rabbit from Down Under. Love that. And Jetman. And we had Hamilton's Hanger in here, the one and only Hamilton's Hanger. Med Scott popped in. We love that. Wild Bill. David Hogue, Dave Edwards, my local buddy. Let's see here. So, if I forgot you guys, I didn't say your name. I'm sorry. Defrost, Lyndon Stewart, Fly Right. There's so many of you guys. But certainly appreciate you guys popping in. And like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful night. We appreciate it. Y'all take care.